Coming to you from Seattle tonight, where the roof at Safeco Field has been closed for comfort. Game 1 of this 4-game set straight ahead between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Seattle Mariners. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. Zack Greinke, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's looking to knock down that ERA. You see there, he's into the fours, looking to have a little better start than what he's been accustomed
to. Matt Duffy strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off for the Rays, third baseman, number 6, Matt Duffy.
First of this 4-game weekend set as the opening pitch is swung on and missed for the first strike. And EK, you take a look at these Mariners entering play here tonight. They've had a pretty rough go of it of late, and that's being kind. They come in losers of 8 in a row.
And the silver lining to that is that they do have their ace going here tonight. He's what folks used to call the stopper, the guy you turn to when you need to break a losing streak. So it's all on his shoulders here tonight.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Greinke looks in. 1-2 on its way. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
This guy's not hitting over 300 by accident. He's got a very good knowledge of the strike zone, and he knows when to lay off.
Line towards center field. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard to open up the ballgame.
It's definitely a good start when you're facing a guy like this in his home park. You've got to find a way to put some pressure on him. You don't want him to get settled out there.
Steven Souza steps in hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. In there at the knees, strike one. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Jansen's known for being a bit of a pitcher's umpire. Not that he has a huge zone or anything, but I think he tends to reward guys for placing pitches in good locations.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it, one gone. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, Matt, I think the guy to watch is Matt Duffy, the Duff Man. He's been swinging a hot bat all year, and his slugging percentage is soaring over .550. So I think there's a pretty good chance he'll have an impact on this game.
Corey Dickerson will stand in, and as you can see the numbers away from home, he's been much better once he gets out on the road. The 0-1 pitch. And he lays off for ball one. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway.
And this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Seared down the first baseline. To second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Good first inning that time for Zack Greinke. So now the Mariners offense gets to work for the first time. We've got no score. Michael Wacha, the right-hander from the state of Iowa, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, you take a look at that ERA. He has not been good this year. Got to throw a lot better, and hopefully he can start doing that in this one.
Ketel Marte comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. We'll jump forward in this one to the top of inning number 2.
Leading off from Tampa Bay,
Eric Timms will stand in now. 2 hits and 5 trips for him in yesterday's ball game.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Greinke gets the sign. 1-0 on its way. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. sent on the ground out to second. Jeanette has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. And with that, let's take a look at how the Mariners will set up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, having Brian McCann behind the plate is something every pitching staff would appreciate. Great at pitch framing, blocking skills are as good as any. He saves runs by giving up his body, and he gets his pitchers a lot of strikes by being fluid back there with the glove.
Rob Refsnyder comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. O'Neill over to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting sixth, the designated hitter,
Josh Lowe will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. First pitch on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. Two close pitches, two good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground to the right. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Good work there by Zach Greinke. It remains 0-0. Alex Jackson is set to stand in, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a hit in recent action. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. And Eric, as we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
And the even better news for them is that they've got their ace going here tonight. So you have to figure that all signs are pointing toward another victory here.
To short, hit hard. Russell gloves it, and a rather easy first out.
batting fifth,
Striding into the box, Daniel Vogel, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First offering on its way. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. In there, and he's in control, 0-2 now.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. A barehanded pickup. It's there, and he's out.
Oh, love it. Well, let's just see if we can slow this way down and see the point of impact. He's going to be bunched up a little bit on this one and get it right down below the label. And sure enough, that's a great shot right there. This bat just explodes on impact.
Brian McCann will stand in for the first time now, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark to begin play.
And we know he's been in this league for a while now, and it's the wily veteran still having a great year.
Bounce to the right into the loaded up infield. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Christian Walker will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Yeah, that was a good one for him, and he needed it because, as you can see, his batting average on the year ain't pretty.
Here's Greinke back to work now as he jumps ahead of the first man to greet him. It's strike one.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Protecting with two strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. to short. To his left, Marte. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Batting 8, catcher.
Number 19 will stand in, and he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks as you see the average there over the course of the last 9 ball games. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
Third inning, no score to this point. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Stepping in now, Michael Russell. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Greinke's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard to short. And that's through for a hit.
7 straight games with a base hit now, and that's a solid week or so of swinging the bat with some authority.
Matt Duffy will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
It's a great result. You have a long at-bat, see a lot of pitches, and then you have some success. See how he carries it through the rest of the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. Drilled right back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
And just when you thought this inning was about over, back-to-back hits on back-to-back pitches. You can't let your guard down even for a second against these guys.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Steven Souza is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit pretty well out to deep left field. O'Neill ranging back, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
In the end, this will be an RBI single off the wall, but it could have and probably should have been a whole lot more.
Corey Dickerson stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Well, you know, 3 straight hits are bad enough, but now he's making things even worse by falling behind the next guy.
And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. And on the error, a run is going to score.
Up next for Tampa Bay,
Eric Timms steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
Looking to minimize the damage here. That evens it up 1-1. Missed with the curveball there, and he falls behind at 2-1.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
To 2-2 now.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Hit to short. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Heredia will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon. We'll move ahead now to the top of inning number 4.
Now batting,
Josh Lowe stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
This 4th inning's not starting out any better than the 3rd did.
Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2.
And this is exactly what he does so well. He'll make you so convinced that you're going to see a fastball, and then he's going to go the other way on you.
Popped up. Marte is there for it. He's got it 1 away. Christian Walker stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Greinke comes set. Here's the first pitch. He's running towards second. Sends that one out of play for misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
1-2. Here it comes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Ready on 1-2. They try to come in with the fastball, but it's too far in, and it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
the batter, number 19.
Well, this was not one of the sharpest sliders he's going to throw. You see it flatten out a bit, just a 7-inch break, but that was in a good spot, and he couldn't make contact.
Into the box, number 19, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Runner goes for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
We've already seen the ball's not really traveling all that well here tonight, so both these managers might start thinking, we got to shake it up a little here offensively. So they turn him loose here, and he's into scoring position with the stolen base.
And McCann can't get a glove on that one. It's by him to the backstop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
With 2 outs already, this isn't the end of the world from a defensive perspective, but now at least you bring in the possibility of an infield single, or a booted grounder, or even another wild pitch bringing that run home.
Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Grounded up the first baseline. Vogel takes it in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Tampa as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Ketel Marte will dig in again. He grounded out to start the home first. Time to pick this one up now in the top of inning number 5.
Third baseman, number 6.
Now to the plate, Matt Duffy. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Here comes the first pitch. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball one.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. In there at the letters, 1-2 now. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, in that situation, you'd love to be able to get that guy up to third base with just one out. But this is a swing and miss type of pitcher on the mound, so you knew he'd be going for the strikeout, and he winds up getting it.
Steven Souza will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Gutierrez on the move. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Yeah, this ball's hit high enough that he can go back and tag at second base. So that's a good job of moving up the extra 90 feet now with 2 outs.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. In there, no balls and a strike. Gotta say, for a strikeout pitcher, not too many strikeouts here so far.
And he's in a big need of one right here. It would definitely come in handy.
Bounced weakly near the plate. That winds up foul for the second strike.
Nope.
And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
All right, so he sort of wasted one up right there. Now I think we'll see a breaking ball down in the zone, trying to get him to swing and miss.
2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
On his way to pitch number 75. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. O'Neill is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. So it's no runs on a hit. No. Daniel Vogel will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Due to time constraints, we'll pick this one up in the top of inning number 6.
Leading out for Tampa Bay,
Eric Timms makes his way to the box to lead us off in the 6th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Ball 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Greinke steps into his windup. 1-1 pitch on its way. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, a little surprising you wouldn't pull the trigger on that one right there. This isn't anything fancy. Just a right over the top four-seam fastball. Absolutely frozen.
Into the box now, Rob Refsnyder. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Three and 0 now.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so the more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Yeah, and he's trying to make sure that he doesn't allow that first walk. He's worked it back to full count now after being behind in the count, 3-0.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are two gone now.
Wow, quite a turn of events here. He goes from in the driver's seat, 3-0, to falling victim to the strikeout. And in hindsight, you go back to that 3-0 pitch, and I got to believe he wishes he was swinging.
Now here comes the Mariners skipper out to the mound. And he's going to make a change here, as that's going to be all tonight for Zach Greinke. He'll depart after 5 2/3, as it'll be up to the bullpen to keep his guys in the ballgame. Charlie Furbush will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Josh Lowe is in with two away now as he looks at a called strike one. Bases are empty here with two men out. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
That's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. That couldn't have been an easy take.
1-2 pitch is a bit high, and he's back to even at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. They're up 2-0. Scooter Gennett will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Time to move ahead to the top of inning number 7. Christian Walker will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Here it comes on 0-2. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Full count, 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat. Number 19 will stride to the plate. He's 0 for 2 thus far. Steve Cishek will come on and pitch here with 1 gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 31, Steve Cishek.
Cishek pauses. First pitch on the way. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Hit hard down the line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike, and the throw to first is there to record the 2nd out.
Yeah, a nice job behind the plate. He wants it low, so he's got a good idea that this ball might be in the dirt, so he's able to smother it and then make the strong throw to first.
In now, Michael Russell, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1.
When he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 0-2 home. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. They lead it 2-1. Leading off the inning, Daniel Vogel, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Action in the Rays' pen now as they've got a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The catcher, number 35, Brian McCann.
Now at the plate, Brian McCann. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Shot back up the middle. On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2.
The batter, number 23.
Heredia will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy is really seeing the ball well.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted in the air out to right. Dickerson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. They still trail it here 2-1. Leading off the inning, Matt Duffy, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Fly ball out toward left center field. O'Neill is in pursuit. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Center fielder
Steven Souza gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Cishek's ready. Here's the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
Swing and a liner. But this is a foul ball. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Hard hit ball to second, fielded by Jeanette. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Not too many more shots. Scooter Jeanette will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Backhanded, and he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder,
Franklin Gutierrez ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Now Gutierrez gets into one here as he lets a high drive to deep left field. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
You want to talk about throwing a fastball in a guy's kitchen? He came in, sat down, had a cup of coffee with him. You aren't going to tie a guy up any better than that.
Ketel Marte is at the plate as he watches ball 1. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Walker is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Mariners are down in order. Our score remains 2-1. Back now in the beautiful Pacific Northwest as we're set for what's left of this one from Safeco Field. Eric Timms will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Seems he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. But this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, second baseman, Rob
Refsnyder gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Drew Storen will take over now with 1 away in the top of inning number 9.
45, Drew Storen.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Storen comes set, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. O'Neill has it in his tracks. 2 gone. Josh Lowe ready to try again. Struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Nope. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing across here this half, so nothing in the Tampa ninth. Last chance coming up now for Seattle. They trail it here by just a run.
Your attention, please.
And on to try to close things out, the hard-throwing right-hander Phil Hughes.
Phil Hughes.
Striding in to start the ninth, Kyle Seager, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Good slider that time from Hughes, and it's strike 1.
And if he can come in here and start putting that pitch in that location, ain't nobody going to touch him.
High and deep to straightaway right. Looking up is Dickerson. Gone to tie it in the ninth. A solo home run here for Kyle Seager. Home run number 5 on the year as the Mariners have come back to tie things at 2.
Man, goodness. This is just the second pitch that's coming on, and I guarantee you he was not looking to put it there. This is right in the wheelhouse, and he just didn't miss that one.
Tyler O'Neill will stand in now following the home run that tied the ball game. So now on the mound, it's suddenly back to square one.
Yeah, and I don't know quite how you do it, but you've got to be able to regroup and start over. The good news is it wasn't a game winner. You're still tied. So there's still hope to get this to a 10th inning and let your guys see what they can do from here on out.
Into the seats, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Smoked on the ground, left side. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
Well, nothing makes you feel worse as a relief pitcher than blowing a game for your starter. And you got to set that to the side right now and do what you can to get out of this inning with the game still tied.
Alex Jackson comes forward to hit with the winning run at first.
Well, this is all about execution here, Matty. At the very least, he's got to find a way to move him into scoring position.
And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Now time is called, and a very wise decision here with the potential winning run at first. They'll opt to put a little extra speed on the base path. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Possible winning run aboard here, nobody out. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And taken in out there for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman
Daniel Vogel steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Possible winning run on first, 1 man away. Ground ball sent back up the middle. One there. Back to first, a double play. And we are heading to extra innings. So this game will not end here in the bottom of the ninth as they push across the equalizer, and we're right back where we started from. 9 can't decide a winner. We'll move ahead to the 10th, and we are tied. Leonis Martin will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 12.
Into the box now, Christian Walker. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Storen's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And now you're in the 10th inning. I don't think anybody in that visiting dugout expected that we'd still be playing, but you've got to put that bottom of the ninth behind you and get on with it. You can still win this ball game.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
First full inning of work for him here out of the bullpen. Remember, he got the final 2 outs of the last inning. And he starts this inning off right by getting the swinging strikeout.
Standing in now, number 19, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Hot shot on the ground is short. Marte scoops it up. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
The batter, number 5, shortstop
Casey Gillespie will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Gillespie.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
And here's a fastball inside as the count moves to 2-0 now. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Hard hit toward the hole. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Rays. Score remains 2-2. Enny Romero will come on here to start the home 10th, and all he's looking to do is get this one to the 11th inning.
Romero.
Nick Franklin is into the ball game as a defensive replacement. He'll be the new shortstop here.
Nick Franklin.
Brian McCann stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
Ryan McCann.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he's retired 1 away.
Now batting, number 20.
Heredia will stand in. He flew out his last time up. first pitch of the at-bat. Skied into very shallow right. Dickerson's there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The second baseman, number 2.
Scooter Gennett will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He will definitely give you something to think about up there. There are no comfortable at-bats against this guy.
Drilled to the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
Yep, there's your potential winning run on first base. 2 outs. Now, at least you've given yourself a chance. The ball in the gap here has the potential to be a game winner, so we might see a no-doubles defense out there now.
High and deep to left center field. Walker looks up. Gone! Santa Maria. Game over. So a 2-run shot to left center, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
And this is exactly what you're looking for in extra innings. Actually, it's what you're praying for, really. One big swing sends the folks who stayed here home happy as he wins it with the walk-off homer.
And as we wrap things up here, what do you say we name this guy right here as the recipient of our Topps Player of the Game award?
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. The Mariners win it 4-2.